You have the matches on the weekends. You know exactly where you stand. You are first, you are on the last, you are close to relegation, whatever. So this makes pressure. And this is something which is quite different to the other business world. We have to admit that. And this is not easy. Therefore, I think the people which are involved in football, they should know these particularities. And especially also, I think the investor, they need also some patience. You cannot build a football team in one season. There are now scientific researches which say to create really a strong team, you need at least 3 years. So if you always have the problem that at the end of the season your players are sold, the best ones, you cannot create a team on the long run. So what we have to look, and I think this is from the strategic point of view very important, that those people which are in the technical area of the club and also those which are in the administrative area, which are looking for the finances to found the club financially, that they have a common goal and that they try to achieve the objectives not only on the short run but also on the long run. And they give the time to develop football. And I think if you want further exploit your players, you have to give them time, and also the coaches. Because it makes no sense always after 3 months to release the coach. The next coach is not really the one which gives you probably the best solutions, because they need time in football to create stability, I would say, and also continuity. But as I said, the legal form as such is for me not really the key issue as such. I think it's more the quality of the people involved. You can do with everything, you can do the best, but you have to, in your own environment, to find the best solution and also to create your own strategy. Makes no sense, and I think this is experience we also made in club licensing, not always to look also on the best or on the English Premier League, the Spanish League. I do not want to offend her in this sense, but they have other environment. You know, you do not have in your country for the time being, as also mentioned by Eva Pasque, the possibilities to exploit TV money into football. You do not get a lot of money because the issue is that you have not the necessary infrastructure to create the football matches on the evening. You have 2 stadiums with floodlights. So can you play matches at the best time where you get possibilities to exploit it on the TV or not? I think these are issues which we have to address. So it's a step-by-step progress which we have to achieve. And I think, therefore, the issue of infrastructure, which was already mentioned by the predecessor speakers, is really the key. I think infrastructure is, from my point of view, the key for the future in every football association. So give them the opportunity that they can use the stadium not only on the weekends but also during the year. Integrate them, multipurpose stadiums, small ones, 10, 15,000, not more, depending on the demand also on the stadiums. If you have an average of 5,000 spectators, it does not make sense to make a 15,000 or 20,000 seater stadium. It makes no sense. So look at that and try to be reasonable in this sense and to improve the quality in order that the infrastructure can be one of your income streams. Because this is a tendency which we can observe all over Europe and especially in the best football leagues. They create now their stadiums due to the fact they also had some big events, so like Germany for the World Cup. But in this respect, I also want to admit that these investments are also certain risks. Therefore, you have to be reasonable. I make you the example of Kaiserslautern and Borussia Dortmund in Germany. They went close to bankruptcy due to the fact that they have invested too much into their stadiums. So they want it to be too big in order to be one of the stadiums for the World Cup. So make your reflections and make the stadiums reasonable, but give them the opportunity that they are multi-purpose, that you can gain money during the year and not only at the weekend when it's match day.
Mr. Benc, if you please, maybe for 1 or 2 minutes, because we have...
Yeah, I'm running out of time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just the last thing which I wanted to say, but as I said, it's a little bit linked to the fifth category of criteria, is the financial criteria. Here, what we wanted to achieve is really that we have somehow regulated football in itself through the financing, so that the clubs have audited financial statements, that these are correct, that they pay their salaries to the players, this is key, but also that they pay the transfer fees. I think this is also for you very important, that you know that the other clubs are paying you the transfer fee if they buy a player from you, because this is for you an income stream. And I know that in this country it's one of the major income streams. So this, through the licensing system, we want to foster that the discipline and the fair play within football is guaranteed. So I think to close my speech or my thoughts, be reasonable. I would say this is something, look at the opportunities and also look at some risks and try to really put yourself in the shoes of the club. Say, what are our income stream, what is our strategy, what do we want to achieve, and what is reasonable. Not only for one season, but try to think probably 4 or 5 seasons, and for the investments in stadium, you need a collaboration with the municipalities and the states, and I think there is a key which we want to address to your government, your local communities, that they open the dialogue, that they can discuss with them. They can also look at financial opportunities like the one which was mentioned by Eva Pasquier, to use the betting income for investments in football, for example. Thank you, and I'm available afterwards also for some questions. Thank you.